Well, guys, let's go. Since there's only one deck, and there's only one deck that I care about playing anymore, and that I actually enjoy to the fullest, we're gonna go over my favorite deck of all time, and that is Sylvans, because they took me so long to learn how to do them on my own. But I feel that uh, gotta get my deep voice for the ladies. Anyway, I feel like Sylvans are like really misunderstood in a sense. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand how they work, so they just gripe and say that they aren't good when they actually are pretty good. First off, I wanted to say this, that when you uh, thoughts, not the kind of thoughts that are sexy though. THOTS, if you know what I mean. Anyways, Sylvans, basically the point is to mill in order to get your effects off. That's why they have basically two parts. They have one part when they are summoned, and then they have one part when they are excavated. And that's really the epicenter of like the archetype. That makes them different from Light Sworn. And then also, when a Sylvan mills something, the thing is they put it to the bottom of the deck. So it keeps you from milling out. That's why I think they're kind of better than Light Sworn in that sense. But my build, basically I try to get out Sage, because Sage is like the biggest beater that's really easy to get out on its own. You see Hermitry really you can only get it out realistically from either Lone Fire, Fertilizer, or Soul Charge. And Hermitry, it's the same thing with Hermitry, but the thing is Hermitry has an effect where it special summons itself out of hand, which I think is really good. Rose Lover definitely gave this deck some more life though. Because with Rose Lover you could easily just get a big beater out. Like Hermitry that was stuck in your hand and really get it out there. So you could at least have another play. Let's see what else. I only run one Rose Archer because Rose Archer, I really had problems with this card. When I ran it at multiple, it just did not work out. Because mostly it's well, the thing that I feel is wrong with it is it's a warrior. I wish it was an actual plant. Because like I ran into a lot of problems. Like when I milled it with a hermitry, I kept on John thinking it was a plant, but it wasn't, which I don't get it. Why Konami? Why would y'all do that? Why? Why would y'all do this? I mean, and it has Rose in the name, but that's none of my business though. I run one search Rose Paladin because there's also a problem with this. It's a warrior. Also, I feel like the archetype would work way better if they just sat up there and turned these into plants, but it's too late now. Let's see. Obviously, you gotta run the one dandy. Spore, you only realistically run this at one anyway, because you are only gonna be able to use one effect. And you aren't really gonna try to normal a spore if you actually are in a good situation. Ogre, you run. I really feel like you should just run him as one for like that first turn to really get milling off. Well, like excavating off, and really like get your graveyard set up really well. P. Here's the thing about P. Some people like it took me a long time to really understand what P was used for. Well, like in the ideal situation, P specials Lone Fire. And then Lone Fire gets you access to everything basically. Let's see what else. Princess Sprout is really your she's really there to help you with your Xyz summons right there. Mostly like if you want to get your first turn Draco or first turn Big Eye or Ori players up, you really try to stack with either Sylvania or Charity. Please don't forget that with well, side note, don't forget that with Charity you have to stack two, well, at least one Sylvan card. That's gonna say I got a lot. Sylvania gets Clogged 3. Really, you just need to run that at 2. You need as much special summoning from that graveyard as possible, especially in late game. You gotta really. I just run one copy playing if I'm in a bad situation, and I ran out of Princess Sprout because you aren't really gonna be able to get Princess Sprout off a lot because she's a once per turn. I believe, yeah, right there, once per turn. In my plays, in my side, this is what I used to run. I used to run this, but I pretty much figured out that it kept on getting MST, and I kept on drawing it like way too late in the game. And I really don't feel like Silver should even run traps. Maybe you could run, what is it? I mean, maybe you could run Galaxy Cyclone, but you don't, like, if it gets milled off in the grave, it's gonna go to the bottom of the deck anyway, so that's why you might as well just get MST. A couple of other side cards that I use are Spellbook of Fleet. Let's see, it is Spellbook of, yeah, there it is. I used to use this to bait out those MSTs back when it was like really back row heavy. That was the hat format, I believe, that I really used this. Basically I set this all the time, and then like at the end phase I really tried to use this, or like if they were MST, obviously I used it. Let's see, what else should I explain? Oh yeah, with Star Eater and like the really big monsters, you're really gonna use Spores effect that banish either Hermitry or Sagicor, well, whatever, depending on what is on your field at the time. Let's see what. Well, that's just pretty much all I'm gonna say. I mean, like, I'll explain other cards to you and tell you if they're any good or not. But I feel like the field spell has to be explained a little bit. So I got you guys. The field spell basically helps you unload plants from your hand, and at the same time it helps you stack. So like one play that I would do is field spell pitch Rose Lover, and I have like a Hermitry still in my hand, and then I'll stack a P for example, if I had like a Lone Fire Blossom in my grave, then I'd banish Rose Lover, then special summon Hermitry, use that effect, obviously mill, draw, and so on and so forth, and pretty much end up getting a fail grand. Basically you want to get a fail. You want to well, like how I play it is, I I go for a Draco sack or a fail grand first turn for like protection, because like Regeki and Darkhold is something that just ruins Sylvans. No lie. See, well, yeah, basically that's my build right there. On Copy Plant, Dandy, 2 Fallen Angel of the Road. She is really good if you know when to use her. Like, if you don't have any millers in your hand, if you bounce back Martial Leaf after you mill, she's really good in that situation like that. 1 Glow Up, 3 Lone Fire Blossom, 1 Rose Archer, 2 Rose Lover, 1 Rose Paladin, Spore, 2 Chariot Sprout. Let's see. I forgot to explain her. Well, basically she oh, I forgot to explain number card. You mail her, basically you special a level 1. You mail him, you get to pop a back row. You mail Marshall Leaf, you get to pop a monster. Him, obviously he gets like a 4 or lower. But most of the time you just really gonna wanna get out. Well, yeah, you're really gonna want to get out that lone fire blossom. 1 ogre, 3 hermitry, 1 Kamashrumo all well it's a slower version of Curry Bandit because it mills 5, but the thing is it's gonna get popped most of the time, so I wouldn't really use for that. 2 Marshall Leaf, 2 Peacekeeper, 2 Princess, 3 Sage, 3 Fertilizer, 2 Sylvania, 2 Space Typhoon, and 1 Soul Charge, and 3 Silver Cherry. Let's see, I run 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, Armory Arm, Black Rose. Oh, don't forget about that Goyo. That really hasn't done anything ever since it came out the ban list, but that's none of my business though. You have Leo, Star Eater, Stardust, 2 Felgrin, 2 Draco Sack, 1 Armides, 1 Big Eye, and 1 Aurea, and lastly a Formula Synchro. Ah! I swear that's just that one net, and it only comes whenever I'm making the video. See? Oh, the excitement is real. See, is there anything else that's good? Blade Fender. Nah. Nah, that's not good. I wouldn't play that. I'll just tell y'all guys what I play. Basically, you just get to keep on adding that to the hand. Yeah, you can add that to the hand, but nah, I won't play it. I wouldn't do this either. Let's see. See, let me move my face out the way. I wouldn't play that either. I honestly feel like I'm playing the best of the Sylvan cards because I haven't. Yeah, like really, honestly, like these are the main silver monsters that you're really gonna use that are in this deck. I mean, you could run outside, but honestly, realistically, most of the time you're gonna use Aurea because Aurea is way better on so many levels. Because Aurea lets you pitch, stack, and mill. So it's just like Aurea is really like when you are just ready to go in for game, but you see him, he's just slow. But let's see. Well, guys, I feel like I explained Sylvans pretty well, and I gave y'all at least the gist of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and that y'all know how to Sylvan like your boy, like me. Uh, but anyway, guys, I will see you guys next time. Please make sure to like and subscribe and tell your friends, cause we coming for Asian eyes, black guys and Asian guys. Ooh, black guys and Asian eyes. Ooh, bars, bars. Oh, but that's another story. Anyways, I'll see you guys. Bye.